Okay, here we are with video number 2. What we are going to do is we're going to take a continuation of our exercise in number 1, where we found the strategies from 3 to 5 companies. This could be anywhere from 3 pieces to 6 to 8 different strategies that you've seen, or models that they see that make commerce work or communities work. Doesn't matter. Don't limit them, but let's record them and have them in front of us. So now we've got these done, and we are turning to our video number 2, which is the learning circle. So for each one of these line items that we have in here, what we're going to do is we're going to analyze them, and we're going to go through a process. And this is a process that we're going to use for putting our strategic plan and everything that happens. What this is called is called the learning circle. And there's 2 different pieces to the learning circle. There's a couple critical questions. What are we seeing? And what are we doing? Or what are we being asked to do to make this thing work? Okay? So here's the process. Let's look at this as this right half. The first 3 things we're going to do is we're going to take all of the items that we find in our models, and we're going to do something. You already have this first step done. You've taken a look at things and you've observed what's going on. Okay? And you're going to reflect on what are you really seeing and what do you see that could work at the Character Council. So when we come to the table, you've done your research and you've reflected on it, and we're going to have a discussion. So we're going to have a discussion with the board, between you and I first, and then with the board, about what have we observed as best practices for our funnel, and then we're going to discuss that. Okay? After we discuss that, we're going to start formulating this other side of what are we going to do. So the next pieces are we plan, we put an accountability into place, and we act. And then this circle keeps going. So the circle starts like this. This is phase 1, this is phase 2, and it keeps going, because this is called a plan, do, check, and adjust. Plan, we do it, we check it, and we adjust our actions. So that's called PDCA is what you're going to refer to me saying. But let's go down this first pass first. So what we're going to do is you guys are going to do your research from step number 1. You're going to observe and reflect, and we're going to have a discussion around what did you see. And out of that discussion, what we're going to do is we're going to have a larger discussion about all 3 funnels coming together to see how this thing all works together. That's a terrible drawing, but the 3 funnels are right here. So what the discussion is going to be is originally is what are you seeing inside of your funnel? And then what do you see as far as the whole thing? This is where the strategic plan starts to come in place. It's a plan for the funnel and then a plan for the Character Council as a whole. So step 1 will be done. We come to the table and we have an independent discussion, and then we'll have a board discussion. We'll put some accountability in place and we'll put some actions in place, and this is the strategic plan piece. Okay? But what we have to do is we have to just define models that we think work, pick the ones off that we can connect, and then put an accountability and action plan together. And those things need to support our mission in making the Character Council whole. So this is the process. This is the model that will end up running for each one of those funnels. So let's just let's focus on getting this done by the end of December and having this discussion with me right here by the end of December. So this side needs to be done by the beginning of December, and in January we kick into here. David Kynell is going to start kicking in hard in the first of the year to push us through this side, but we need to kind of get our homework stuff out of the way. Okay? So that's the game plan, and this is the model moving forward. This is called the learning circle, and this is video number 2. So this is where we're headed. There'll be some more videos that come out that will help us understand how we're going to put this whole plan together. So you'll see those in the future. But let's just do first things first and do a little bit of, let's do some observing and reflecting so that we can have some good discussions on what this plan looks like and moves forward. So what are we seeing? Let's get crystal clear on what we're seeing so then we can do. Thanks, guys. That's video number 2.